Alrighty tubers, let's try it again. I apologize in advance. It is super windy today, but I want to get work done on this, but I also want to make a video. So please be patient with the wind noise. Hopefully it's not overly bad. I am standing in front of the camera right now. We've got a 1990 Skidoo Safari with electric start, forwards and reverse. It's an okay sled. It's been sitting about 8 years. 8 or 9 years, and hasn't run, started, nothing since then. So I pulled the carburetor off, cleaned the carburetor out. We're going to get the carburetor on it and see if we can get it to start. The cylinders are a little tight right now. Whether that's due to really good compression or cylinders being really dry. I'm going to go ahead and spray them down with stable fogging oil. Give that stuff a try. See. Alrighty tubers. Not as windy today as it was. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since the last time I worked on this. Of course, I say that and the wind kicks up. We went ahead and made some premix for it here. I'm hoping the pulse pump will pick the fuel up. Oop, that just went in there. Just got a gas tank over here full of fuel. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get it to start and run today. Got premix in it. It is an oil injection system, but I'm going to be taking that system off it. Biggest reason is if the oil pump is bad, the only way you find out is when your engine blows up. I mean, you can check your spark plugs, but if you're running out in the trail and your oil pump gives out, you're not going to be checking your plugs every 5 minutes to see if your oil pump's giving out. And you're not really going to check, or you're not going to be able to realize, because once your engine's warm anyways, it stops smoking or has very little smoke. So I'd rather delete the system. It's a 1990, so it's better to just get rid of that system altogether. But we're going to see if we can prime the system up today, see if we can get it to start. Excuse the dog in the background. I have no idea what its problem is, other than it wants to go inside. Go ahead and see if we can get it started here. I'm going to turn the key over and see if we get fuel sucking out of the tank. So no pulse pump action. Imagine it should be working. Should be connected. Oh, this is new. Okay then. Got no pulsing action. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can choke the carburetor off. No pulsing action at all. I'm going to go ahead and spray a little bit of carburetor cleaner into the intake to help it out a little bit. I also need to find a new seat for this thing. The seat on this is toast. I do have oil in the cylinders, so we aren't starting it dry. Well, we got a little pop there. Again. Primer. Oh, let's see. Well, that's been done. Different things going on here. started. It started sucking fuel. So let's see if we can do that again. The plunger's not working. I don't know if it's the lack of fuel on it or what, but let's try that again. I really wish I could take this air box out. There we go. Two different reasons. I need to make sure it's clean. I need to wash it out. And another, it's in the way. It helps if I've got the fuel line hooked up. Some of that nasty clear plastic line on it. I never use that on my snowmobiles. Unless it comes with it. I always just leave it, but alright, let's try this all again. Well, I think I'm going to call it at that for now. Need to grab a new battery for it. We've got a lot of, let me pull you off the camera stand here. Got a lot of bubbles coming through the system. It's a pretty steady stream from here on. There's your crossover, or your T for your primer pump, which is not working. It's not sucking. I might be able to clean it out and get it to work. But after the fuel pump, it's nothing but air bubbles that are going into the carburetor. So it's having a hard time keeping up with the fuel demand. I think that's why it's not wanting to stay running. So I'm going to go ahead and I need to order a couple of new fuel pumps. I've got another 1 or 2 sleds that need fuel pumps as well. They're pretty universal. It just depends on if you got one carburetor or 2, and whether they feed off separately or they feed off together. Meaning one fuel line feeds both, or there's 2 fuel lines to each carburetor. But they're pretty universal. And they're pretty cheap as well. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the fuel pump on this. I need to go through the cooling system on this as well. The cooling system works, and it's got water in it, but it's got a leak somewhere. There's water, or antifreeze rather, beneath the engine right now. I don't know if you can see it or not. There is water and antifreeze underneath the engine, so it's been spilling out. There's a little bit right there, actually. So yeah, I'm going to call that a win for now. Like I said, I'm running it on premix right now. I believe this engine was rebuilt. I actually pulled the spark plugs off and looked straight down there, and those pistons don't look like they have an hour on them. They are as shiny can be. Sorry about that, tubers. Got interrupted. But like I was saying, the engine seems to be pretty fresh. I'm pretty happy about that. So, I'm going to pull this gas tank off now and call it a day. I'm going to go take this back to the storage unit, put it back away in storage for a minute, get through the other snowmobiles and come back to it and get it finished off. Have a good one, tubers. See ya. Bye.